Hello and welcome to the finale of Reality Room, Battle of the Sexes. Tonight we have gathered our jury back together so they can discuss what they think of the Final Four. We will reveal the results of the public vote and we will give the jury the opportunity to interrogate the final two. But first, let's catch up with the Final Four and see what they've been up to since the online episode. Come on in, Miss Dominique! Welcome back!
Hello, thank you. It's good to be back.
How are you? How have you been since you got sent home? It's been like 6 months.
Yeah, it's been, it seems crazy that it's been that long.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I've been good. Quarantine was good. Watched a lot of Netflix, hung out with the family, cooked, ate, same old every day.
Very usual, every single day is the same.
Yeah.
We know. I know, we know. Okay, so being back at Elon, obviously things are distant. We are literally far apart, we can't be together, things have changed. What has it been like being back on campus with everything completely different?
Yeah, it's definitely been a change, especially because I am a junior, so I had like a year and a half to know what it was originally like before COVID. So it's sad to see that like it's not the same as it once was.
Yeah.
But I think Elon's done a really good job of like trying to make it still the best experience possible. I feel safe. I've like had to be creative, hanging out with friends, but overall I've had a pretty good time.
Good. So down to the nitty-gritty. As you know, the past week, you, Taylor, Alex, and Kyle have been campaigning your asses off.
Yeah.
First off, y'all have done so well, and I'm so proud of you guys for pulling out so many votes, over 1,000. What was your strategy going into this campaign?
So I'm a StratCom major, marketing minor. So I've definitely had like some, exposure to different marketing techniques, like what works, what doesn't.
So this is all up in your wheelhouse.
Oh yeah. My strategy was to get like first-hand results that I could see right then and there. So I didn't want to rely too heavily on social media or posters or any sort of flyers, brochures, because there was no guarantee that people were voting for me. There's no follow-through. Voter turnout, not that high. So I wanted to see real-time results in person. So I went campaigning every day since the vote opened in person. I went around to Mosley, Global, asking everyone to vote for me. If they were slow about it, I stood there and I waited over them to make sure they voted.
Oh my God, persistence is key.
If the link didn't work for them, I said, here, try this URL on your laptop, and I waited for them to pull out their laptops. Telling you got
determination. Yes.
Here's the funny thing too. I also, and I think this is my favorite part about the campaign, I waited outside of Harris Teeter.
You did not.
In front of Harris Teeter.
Oh my God. Great. So you put the work in.
I did. So you know what?
God.
If I don't get it, I'm still proud of myself, and I can say I at least put out all the stops.
Yeah,
so.
at least you didn't hold back. You can't have any regrets.
Exactly.
That's
so I definitely put some thought into it, but yeah.
So with all of the crazy campaigning, obviously whenever you vote, you have to vote for a guy and a girl. Did you team up with any of the other contestants?
Oh, let me tell you.
Let's get into it.
So, I originally wanted to work with Kyle, and I texted him, and then he never texted back. So,
That's so awkward.
It was really awkward.
Oh,
it was so
God.
awkward. Because I kept seeing him around campus then.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, maybe he just didn't get it. It's fine. So then I reached out to Alex. And I figured Alex has a huge MTU following,
yes, he does.
Great, supportive friends, family. I was like, okay, if I want to team up with anyone, who's gonna respond back, I'll team up with Alex.
Who will respond?
Who would respond back?
I'll team up with Alex. I just want to make sure that's heard by everyone first.
So I texted him a couple days before this past episode released, and he was like, yes, of course, I'll work with you. Just to let you know, Taylor also texted me. I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna work with her, but I'm actually working with you. And I was like, okay.
I feel like with that doesn't really work though.
Yeah.
Because he's getting votes from two people either way.
Exactly. So then I retexted Kyle and was like, hey Kyle, I heard that Taylor and Alex are working together. So I thought that because we are like the original season 2 people from the start, we should work together. And so we did. And so yesterday we campaigned for like 3 hours together, going around Global, Mosley, Danley, Nate, all of it. And just to make sure that Alex really wasn't supporting, that he was supporting Taylor, I had a friend DM Alex and say, hey, like, I'm voting for you, what girl should I vote for? And he said Taylor, so I knew.
Oh my gosh, so he did lie to you. He
did. I don't vote against him because I also would not want to go against me in the finals, but yeah, I love him dearly, but sneaky play. Sneaky play.
The strategy continues.
This close too, like if I'm on the jury, I'm gonna remember that.
So moving forward to the jury, if you do get into the final 2, what is your game move? What is the one moment that makes you deserve to win this game over either Alex or Kyle?
I think it really depends who I'm up against. I know Alex, like his main argument is that he didn't get a chance to do the revival competition, but I was given that obstacle and that hurdle, and I had to get over it, and I did get over it. And
so your argument is more, you had to fight for the place where a lot of times he was given the place.
Yeah. And he also said that he was like working with Will, which was like crazy for him to do and even like unimaginable, but he really didn't work with him.
Yeah.
Like he worked for him. He said to Will, like,
tell me what you need me to do and I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'll vote out a girl. Yeah, you want me to vote out a girl? I'll vote out a girl. You want me to vote out a guy? I'll vote out a guy. Whereas after the food competition, I went up to Will and I said, here's what I can help you with, here's what you can help me with. And I think that's what makes us different competitors. Like those are the differences between our strategies.
Yeah, and you obviously, very physical last season, you were known as like a comp beast. And then this season, I feel like there was a lot of strategy going in just because you got Will to save you in the tie vote.
Right before the vote, I actually called him, and I don't remember exactly what I said in the call, but I know my strategy going into the call was to be the last thought on his mind. Because if he had any other thought of, I want to save Amini, I wanted to be that last thing right in his mind.
So final question. Did you ever get the money?
No!
You never paid you?
I never got the money!
Oh my god.
I know. After
William! So many opportunities, and you never did it.
Never did. It's the principle now. I just want to get it now.
Well, today's the day. You're gonna see him again.
I am.
And you're gonna be able to call him in front of everyone.
I will.
I expect it.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Alright, well, it's been so great talking to you. Good luck, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
How's online school going for you?
Oh, it's a joy, but I'm excited to be back with the Reality Room people and excited to see what happens today,
Hell yeah. Who do you think's going to be in the top 2?
Well, I think Kyle is for sure on the guys' side, but I think the girls' side's really a toss-up. It seems like Taylor's done a lot to try to promote herself, but I know Doms does not give up easily, so I'm excited to see what happens on the girls' side. How about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think Taylor's been campaigning hard for this, but I also know that Doms has done like a lot of shows like this, so she could be, pulling a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Why do you think Kyle's like an easy win?
I just think the fact that he's the only one that's been here all season, and both him and Alex, I don't know, I feel like neither of them have like a big move to talk about, so just because of Kyle's confessionals, people really like the guy, and he's gonna get voted into the final 2. So
yeah, he's funny as shit.
Oh, yes, he is. What's up, Will?
What's going on?
So who do you think's gonna be final 2? Me and Chase think it's gonna be Kyle, and then honestly maybe Taylor because she's been trying so hard.
That's surprising to hear. Why do you think it's gonna be Kyle?
I mean, Kyle's like TikTok famous, like. He's got that advertising.
I'd probably say it's going to be Alex and Taylor in the finals if I had to guess. But
what makes you think Alex over Kyle?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know Kyle was TikTok famous or whatever. And I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm not a big social media guy. So I just felt like Alex would have more of a pull.
Neither of them have much of a game, so I'm giving it to Kyle just because he's been there all season, I guess, really. Like, that's what it comes down to. That's the common denominator for me. I'll be interested to see who the finalists are, but I have a feeling I know who our winner is going to be.
I mean, I have all my, like, regardless of the finals, like, I know who I want to win, like, based off, like, first, second, third, fourth, in order. So I already have my mind set up.
Got the whole ranking.
Yeah.
What is your ranking?
It's 1, Alex, 2, Kyle, 3, Doms, 4, Taylor.
Interesting. It's not at all what I have. I have a feeling either of the two girls are going to win over either of the guys.
I don't think so at all. I think complete opposite. I think they haven't done anything, really.
What has Alex done, though?
Alex at least has adapted. The girls have played such a linear game. Alex obviously is not my biggest fan, yet he like colluded with me and played a smart, manipulative game, whereas everyone else played a much more linear game, one-sided, and where they weren't adaptive at all. And Alex is just so much of a better competitor than all of them as well.
I don't know. I feel like both the girls have bigger moves than either of the guys, in my opinion. So Taylor with the move of calling you out.
That's not a move. None of them did a move. Not a single one of them did like a big game move, in my opinion.
Dom somehow saved herself when you should have kept Omni in the game over Doms. That for me, I don't know why you did that, but the fact that Doms kept herself in the game and you picked her over Omni, that shocks me.
That was a surprise. I feel like Dom's is a better competitor
Ben?
than Omni.
I mean,
Omni's confessionals
Because of
though,
that saying.
top notch. Quality entertainment.
In general, for top notch. I'm not
How
going
much
to.
different in it?
It's so funny.
Megan, who do you want to win? What's your order?
Well, I think that now that it's like purely popular vote, I want Kyle to win, and then I think Dom should win, Alex, Taylor. Kind of hot, like switching between the sexes.
It's interesting because like I very much expected like everyone kind of agreed like very similarly, and we don't. But also like I'm seeing how like the move with Taylor, how it affected you guys and how it's affecting your guys' thinking from being a part of it instead of me on the outside just seeing the move. So I think we may have a more interesting final vote than I expected coming into today.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah.
you guys are so against me on who I think should win.
Welcome, Alex. Come on in.
Thank you.
So great to see you. It's been so long.
I know.
Oh my gosh. So how is it finally being back? How's quarantine? Tell me about it.
How's quarantine? As in, like,
How was the
been?
experience? Yeah.
Not the best. It's a little different for sure,
For sure.
but I've been doing this. I've been doing extracurricular things that get me through, and we're almost at break, so what are we gonna do?
We have like a week left. That's all that matters to me. A week left. We just have to make it there.
I know.
All right. So down to the nitty gritty. Tell me about your strategy going into this vote.
Oh Lord. So I used every platform I possibly could. Twitter, my tweet got like 3K views.
Oh my God.
Instagram posts, I sent it every DM to every single person I follow. A DM to every single person I follow on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh my God.
I paid for a advertisement to be sent throughout Miami, throughout Elon. I also, what else? Yeah, I also posted a lot. I made sure to keep the content going so that people didn't forget and that they saw a lot of me, and hopefully they clicked my name.
Wow. So lots of work.
Lots of work.
Lots of
Yes.
work. Do you think it was effective?
I think so. I was getting replies from a lot of people, and it was like every few minutes I was getting like voted, and got you and stuff like that. So I think it worked. We'll see, right? I'm
Obviously.
hoping it worked.
Yeah. In addition to the constant battering of people like, please vote for me, have you teamed up with anyone?
The drama.
Spill the tea.
The drama of this. Okay, so I was approached by both Doms and Taylor asking me to work with them. And of course, I'm not going to say no to someone who wants to work with me. Like, the more votes for me, great.
Yeah. Yes,
But,
to vote, obviously.
right, yes. But I did do Dom's a little dirty because I told her that, hey, I'm gonna work with you, but my true intentions were to work with Taylor, just because I feel like me and Taylor have bonded so much throughout this experience. We came in together, we've worked together throughout the whole thing, and me and Dom's relationship is just a little tainted. Because we obviously have bettered, I feel. But last season, she betrayed me and Eliza a lot. So she stabbed us in the back a lot. She would lie a lot. And I know how hard she plays this game. And I know that if it went down to it, and if I was a threat to her, and if at any point in this competition I was a threat to her, I know she would have switched it on me and tried to get me out too. I just know how she plays this game. She's a great competitor.
She plays hard, head in.
Right. So obviously I would rather not, I'm not afraid of her to be in the final. I'm not afraid of anyone to be in the finals, but I obviously want my chances to be better. And I also feel like my loyalties with Taylor surpass my growing connection.
Find the word.
Rebuilding friendship with Doms.
Do you think that you also have a better chance against Taylor, or is it strictly like you just are closer with her?
I do also think I have a better chance against Taylor just because Doms was in the game at the start. She got to make a lot more connections. She got to play in different competitions that I didn't get the chance to.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of the jury will chase, like, they're rooting her on. So obviously I wouldn't want that. I need a blank slate, which me and Taylor have a pretty equal playing field, I'd say.
This jury vote, it's coming quick. It's happening. What is your number one game move? Like, what is the number one thing you can say to them to be like, this is why I deserve this title?
Right. I didn't do the most amazing competitions that I did last season, but I feel like I brought a more well-rounded, upgraded version of my gameplay.
I think last time you came in so hard, so fast, and it was very in your face, like I'm a Gundam competitor.
Right.
Whereas this time, you evolved the strategy to be like, you could whip it out if you needed to, you could take control, but you kind of use your connections to make other people do the work for you. Which I feel like, obviously it worked well. You are here. So that's one thing I want to talk about is how you played both sides like the entire time.
Yes.
How did you go about balancing, first off, not letting anyone know, because you were very covert, and I don't think anyone knew. Everyone kind of knew Megan was playing both sides, no one found you out.
Because I knew as soon as Megan told everyone she was playing both sides. She went from working with Will to telling all of us she wants Will out, so that's how information leaks. So the people who wanted Will out, I told them I want Will out. And to Will, I told him, people are coming for you, Will. It's not me though. Promise.
Never scout honor,
Promise.
It's not me, yeah.
So, I don't know, I think I knew that as soon as I spoke up to someone else about it, it would be a whole thing, which makes my target even bigger, so I wanted to keep it on the wraps. I think I did do that really well, and yeah, I'm proud of how my gameplay was this season.
As you should be. Well, that is all we have for now, but we will see you in just a little bit to find out who will be moving on to the final two.
Y'all better crown me, okay?
Hope the people did you good.
I know!
Oh my lord, alright.
Thank you.
Of course, it's great having you back.
Thank you.
How many weeks, though, has Alex been in season 2?
How many weeks has Taylor or Dom's been in season 2?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would much rather have a season 2 person that's been here all season than Alex, who came in right at the end.
I hate to be this person, but like What did Kyle even do much this season, though? Like, really, I have to admit, like, it felt like he's very much carried by Will throughout.
He didn't get eliminated, though.
That is true, but if he was on any other team, I don't.
I mean, what did any of them? None of them did anything.
Will's just bitter he's not.
I don't think any of them did anything. I think that.
No,
No,
I mean,
I don't think any of them did anything. I think Kyle deserves it over him in terms of because he survived, because he was there.
Honestly. Isn't that the whole game, though? Survive the longest and make friends?
Oh, God, I'm going to have to try and sway you guys to vote for Kyle or Alex.
I don't know. I feel like you're not the one supposed to be doing the convincing. That's supposed to be the finalists, though.
I know, but you know me. I'm very stubborn.
Let's start off with, like, I guess Kyle versus Doms. Like, what would you think would happen there?
Hopefully Kyle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think their selling points would be, though?
Wait, Will, you want Kyle over Doms?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if Kyle makes it to top 2, I'm voting for Kyle.
Yeah,
no matter who the matchup is. If it was like Alex or Taylor, I think I would vote for Alex.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If it was Alex versus Doms, I would vote for Doms.
I don't know.
I just feel like no matter what, I feel like who I think had the easy pass to win is sitting right here with us. Well, you should have, like, you dominated the season.
Yeah, but like if it was gonna come down to a popular vote,
That was your biggest challenge.
I'm not TikTok famous. I'm not an Instagram icon.
You're not an influencer.
Yeah,
That would have been
I
your
would've-
biggest challenge, for
That would,
sure.
yeah. I would have won everything up to that point. It would have meant nothing. But
Who do you guys think is the deserving girl to be in the top 2?
I completely agree with that, I think.
Yeah, I think Doms too. Although I am impressed with how hard Taylor went for this top 4.
Yeah, it's tough. I have to say, I'll admit, throughout, like, today, like, I've kind of swayed my opinion on Taylor, at least.
What do you mean?
Because, like, it went from very much I thought she had a pretty good chance at winning to, like, I look back on it and, like, she got eliminated and then she kind of got saved by the fact that, like, they caught Will cheating. And, like, so really, and then she didn't win the challenge against Doms. Like, it's not like.
Yeah, she dropped that egg quick.
Alex is always hard to go up against.
Alex is a competitor. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I expected him to be more of a mental threat, less of a physical threat, and he's really a two-headed beast. Like, season 2, he didn't have a lot. Obviously, he didn't have to compete. I can't imagine he would have beat Rob if he did compete.
Oh my god, I would have loved to see that.
I wish more than anything I was able to do that challenge. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was able to do it too.
It was a fun challenge, but it's easy for me to say it's a fun challenge because I won mine, obviously.
Your shots were sick, Chase.
Literally, my final one was just a prayer. I was like, I'm so exhausted. If this doesn't go in, Jay beats me.
Throw that shit to the
I
wind.
was so shocked.
I wonder if Emily would have won if she wasn't sick.
Emily went up against Taylor, right?
She says, "Hell yeah."
Oh, hi Emily.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Howdy.
Welcome, Taylor. Take a seat. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Even better now. All right. So it's been a while since we have seen you. Well, I mean, it's been 2 weeks for the audience. But for us, it's been about 6 months since you've been back to Reality Room. So tell me, what have we missed? How was quarantine? What are the life updates?
Well, quarantine, I guess, was as good as it could be, you know, all things considered. Just kind of stayed at home, didn't do much, finished up the semester, all that. Since then, we came back to Elon. This semester's been pretty good, you know, just with masks and everything, been a little bit more different.
Yeah,
It's been exciting to kind of relive everything that happened last semester with Reality Room.
Yeah.
Definitely forgot some of the things that were said or that happened.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's been pretty good just overall.
Obviously, you've been busy with the show the past week. Tell me about your strategy. How was the campaign trail? What was it like?
Well, it was interesting, to say the least.
I'm sure.
I
did not expect myself to put that much effort into it, quite honestly. I thought I would maybe shoot out a couple group texts and just see what happens, and then I ended up spending 4 hours across my campus Wednesday night just hanging out posters in every single corner that I could.
We have seen those posters and they're fantastic.
Yeah, I learned how to use Canva for this very reason.
I know that's a Canva poster. I was like, I love it.
Exactly. Among many other things, like obviously just sent the link out. I made a lot of graphics. I posted a lot on social media. My friends all hated me, but you know what? You do what you gotta do to win. So.
You gotta get the vote.
Exactly. I don't like losing, so I had to try my best at least. Honestly, when I started, I think I probably had a little sense of security in it. I felt like I had a leg up just because, in general, I feel like I'm more involved on campus than Dom's is. I know that I'm in a sorority, which has like 200 plus people. I'm also in a business fraternity, which has another 100 people. And then I have 2 jobs on campus. That's a bunch of other people that I have some sort of connection to. And with Dom's, I didn't think she had that same sort of outreach. And so I definitely went into a little bit more casually the first day, just kind of sent out some group texts and tried to do a little bit more of just like reaching out to people individually. And then the more I talked to Dom's about it, I saw that she was doing a little bit more than I thought she would to try and get the vote. I thought this was going to be a little bit more casual voting. It wasn't at all.
No, never on Reality Room. We don't do casual.
No, I fully have the title of the Reality Room girl in almost all of my group chats now. But just in general, I started off by just sharing the link as much as I could, put it in all my social media bios, put it in all my stories. I sent it out to a couple of group chats that I had, and then when I saw that it was picking up a little bit in terms of how much effort people were putting into this, that's when I started making posters. That's when I started wasting all of the ink in the school printers. That's when I started creating more graphics, more photos, literally posting nonstop. I made like highlight reels of my time on the show.
I saw that on
They
Instagram.
were terrible quality. That's what happens when you put a business major and put her in the comm school. I'll tell you that right now.
iMovie tried its damnedest on that video though.
You know, my middle school iMovie trailers were this shit, but not this.
Oh my god.
It was this shitty ass audio that just came from me screen recording it on YouTube and just putting it myself.
Oh my god. You could have asked for the episode.
Nah, that's a lot
as much
more.
fun. That's not
I
as much
put the
fun.
effort in, but in my own way. So
That's all that matters. The effort was put in and it was directed somewhere.
yeah.
So, did you team up with anyone in terms of trying to get votes?
I did, yeah. I know, just in general, this whole season, me and Alex, we came in together. We've tried our best to maintain that alliance and work with each other to help us go as far as possible. Even in the last episode when we were trying to get Will out, I was keeping him updated like with every step, letting him know what the process was, and then when it came time for him to eventually decide who got sent home, it made it a lot easier for him to know just that like the two of us were in the same part. So going into voting, I kind of did the best I could to persuade him to say like why I felt I was a better option for than Dom's.
And why is that?
Just in general, I feel like Dom's might have a stronger argument against him in the jury session. I know that the two of them both have the story of season 1 and how they both were in ways robbed of that title. And I know that, and I know that they're definitely going to try to run with that if either one of them end up in the jury today. But the tea is, this is season 2, it's not season 1. So when it comes down to it, they can use that in the jury session, and I'm just gonna focus more on what I've been able to do on my own here in the season. And I figured that just kind of downplaying what I have done and saying that me and Alex definitely are on a little bit more of that playing field because I don't have that same tie back to season 1 that Dom's does.
Yeah.
I think that definitely persuaded him a little bit more and kind of got him more on my side, along with the alliance that we already had this season.
So, you're about to go into the jury deliberation. If you do get into the final 2, what is your number 1 move, your number 1 reason that you should be crowned champion of the season?
I think the biggest thing I have on my side right now is my large role I played in getting Will eliminated. I know that Dominique and I kind of had parts in it together, and we did work together to get him eliminated and find out that he was cheating. We both saw it, so we both knew that it happened. But I'm also fairly confident that if I wasn't as adamant about it, Dom's probably would have let it slip because she was already in.
Yeah.
So I definitely think I played a large role in that, and I'm going to take credit for getting out the reigning champion and arguably the strongest competitor in reality room history.
Fact.
Out of the people who are left, I'm definitely one of the stronger competitors, and I have shown my worth and shown that I deserve to be the champion of Reality Room Season 2.
Well, can't wait to figure out what happens.
Me neither.
You will learn very soon who is in the final 2. either you or Doms or Alex and Kyle, but this is all we have for you for now. It was so great talking to you though.
It's good seeing you again.
You too.
Don't
Yeah.
see you enough.
No, never, no. Thank you
Been
so
good
much.
seeing you
Good
too.
luck.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you at work still?
Yeah, I'm at work. Well, this is like one of my jobs. I got like 5 jobs.
Oh shit.
Damn,
Damn.
that's the grind right there.
Who do you want to win?
Dom is gonna win because I feel like she's very popular with everybody.
I feel. What about if you had to choose a guy?
I feel like it's gotta be Kyle if the guy wins.
Do you really? I don't know.
Amani's the wild card, I'm telling y'all. Like, throughout the season, it was
She always was.
I remember
Exactly.
I was so confused when Will took Steven and I's votes away and she still voted for us. I was like, who the hell?
I know, and everybody thought it was me, and I was like, no.
I was like, I knew I pissed you off enough week 1 that it wasn't you, but I figured I pissed
Yeah,
both of
fuck you, Chase.
I thought it was, I'm not gonna lie, I thought somehow we convinced Jay to vote against so vote for us.
Yeah.
It's really funny, like going back and like watching everything, and then it's like challenges. Like I wish I would have did better in, or like I wish I could have participated in like the balloon challenge because it looked so fun. Yeah.
Who do you think were some of the realest people on the show?
You, of course, partner. But no, seriously, you. Even though Chase caused problems, I think he was like really honest and like, you know, like,
No, I caused problems because I was honest though. Like that's the whole thing. They're to cause chaos and get Will out, and I did one of those two, but I did not do the other.
the fakest people on the show. Definitely Will. Like, I don't know. Will does everything for his own gain. I would say Will does everything for his own gain. It's just like F everybody else. Will's gonna do everything in his power to be Will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was. I mean, because I tell you straight to your face, like I'll do whatever, like I'll betray you.
You'll lie, cheat, and steal.
Yeah, I told everyone
Definitely.
that. It's not being dishonest. I'm being honestly dishonest.
I think my biggest regret was not letting Will carry me to the ends like the way Kyle did. Like
I
feel
would have
like-
too. I would have loved to work with you.
I know. I feel like if Will and I were on a team, like one of us, if not both of us, would be in the spot of the final 4 right now. But I wanted to make the big move of getting Will out, and so I put myself against it, and I regret it.
It's okay. I forgive you.
With how week 1 went, and it being a guys' week the next week, and the fact that like pretty much Steven told me like, hey, I just learned like I won't really be able to do this. I knew week 2 I was going home. So like it sucked. It sucked so much. This season was so different from season 1.
Season 1 was like on your toes the entire time. I felt so comfortable and so safe this season compared to last season. Last season I was just stressed out 24/7.
We also kept winning all the competitions, so
Season 1,
yeah.
I also would have been sitting pretty if I was doing that.
It was also so like divided. Before there was like multiple different alliances, where in this season it was just like
Half and half,
team, and
yeah.
then, like, my
season 1 there was a lot more like strategy and gameplay. I feel like in season 2 there was a lot more just like entertainment between like funny things that happen in the challenges, and then also like
oh yeah, for sure.
professionals were 500 times better this season.
Kyle, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So great. Glad to see you back in Reality Room.
Thank you. You too.
So obviously it's been a while.
Yes.
We last saw you competing this spring, which was about 6 months ago. So how has the pandemic been? How was quarantine?
It was, I feel like the same as everybody else's. It was hard at first, got like really boring just being away from everybody and not being able to see friends and stuff. But as time went on, it sort of felt like the new normal. So like I got used to it. Was able to like FaceTime with friends and stuff. So I got through it. So it was good.
And obviously things have changed since we were last on campus. How has it been with the whole online class, part in Zoom, part not in Zoom, masks?
it's obviously been more difficult for like classes that are online, like not being in person, getting that hands-on experience, but a lot of my classes this year have been really accommodating to like helping students who needed that, so I feel like it's been really good, and the school is handling it very well.
Facts. Obviously, you haven't been sent home again.
I
So,
know.
you're doing something right somewhere. So, down to the nitty-gritty of this.
Yeah.
The past week, y'all been campaigning so hard. Tell me about your campaign. How was the strategy?
I was just like texting everybody I knew. I put it on my Insta story every day. I waited till midnight so I could post something new at midnight, so then it would stay there for the entire day. And then just texting literally everybody I know, high school group chats that I haven't talked to in literally maybe 3 years, being like, hey, I know we haven't talked in like forever, but I'm doing this thing, and if you could vote for me, that'd be really cool. And like, if you could share it with your friends, that'd be awesome. And then like texting my parents, being like, share it with all your friends at work. Share it with your softball team, Dad.
I love how the friends, it was like a request. It'd be great if you could have parents, you're like, do it, share it, vote.
Literally, your family. So like, it's
Why?
blood.
What?
I was like, Mom, your Facebook. Aunt, your Facebook. I expect to see it everywhere.
Oh my
and
god.
so it was like really good. And then I teamed up with Doms, and me and her campaigned a little bit together, just going around campus, asking people to vote for us, and it was just a really good experience, just like getting to work with her, because like me and her had never worked together like on the show.
Yeah.
So like getting to work with her via campaign was like really fun.
So how do you think that teaming up with her, do you think it's better teaming up with her, or do you think that teaming up with Taylor may have worked better?
Personally, I think teaming up with Doms was the better choice, because me and her were the only ones in the Final Four that actually started on, like we started season 2. Like we were here first.
You're the only original. You're the only new one.
Only original. Not to flex or anything, but.
Not to blow smoke, but I am.
But yeah, but I definitely think her originally being on season 2 in the first episode with me was the right choice, because I didn't know Taylor or Alex that well, so I definitely think teaming up with her was the right choice and put me in a good place.
So how effective do you think it was?
I definitely think it was effective, because I know she went very hard. Like she told me
Doms
she was,
or Taylor?
Doms.
Okay.
Like she was outside Harris Teeter, like
Yes!
asking
Oh my
people.
gosh, asking grown ass adults.
I was like, okay. I was like, to each his own.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just thought that teaming up with her, I think it was definitely very effective. And seeing her strategy going like 100% all or nothing, I just was like really happy with the outcome.
So going forward, does that mean that you think you have a better chance of beating Doms, or do you think you have a better chance of beating Taylor?
I definitely think I have a better chance of beating Taylor, but also, I don't know, it's like hard to decide, because like now like I have this like sort of bond with Doms now after campaigning together. It's like I don't want to beat her, but I also want to win.
Yeah, no, it's a game. You gotta beat somebody.
I know, but yeah, and also I wanted to team up with Doms because she obviously was partners with Reese, who I was really good friends with.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely wanted a chance to work with her and like get to know her, like how she knew Reese. So I definitely think I have a better chance of beating Taylor, but also I feel like I could also beat Doms.
So you feel like either way, there is a chance, there is
Yeah.
a shot.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
good. So going forward to the jury, what is your one move, your one moment where you're like, this is what I did, and this is the sole thing that like, this is why you need to vote me to win. Your
Well-
biggest game move, I guess.
Well, like you said, I'm the only original. I'm the only one here who was here the entire season.
So obviously you did something right.
Literally.
Something somewhere.
I was never like eliminated except for technically banished when Will cheated.
Yeah.
But I was never like officially like banished from Reality Room.
Mhm.
Like Alex and Taylor, they both lost season 1.
Yeah.
And Doms was eliminated in the first episode of this season.
So you've never been banished.
Literally,
None
I've
of them
never
can
been
say
banished.
that.
None of them can say that. And so I think just that I've been here the entire time. Like, I was here for pretty much every challenge except for when I was busy and couldn't make it. But I was literally here the entire season, and they can't say the same.
It's facts, you've definitely put the work in.
Yeah.
Well, it is that time of the show. We're just talking about new Fun Four is. So it's been great talking to you.
You as well, thank you.
But we gotta figure out who goes on.
I know, I'm nervous. Thank you.
Of course, good luck.
Thank you.
It is now time to reveal the results of the public vote and take our final 4 to a final 2. Hello, finalists. Can y'all hear me in the studio?
Yeah.
All right, so before we reveal the results, I just want to say that you all have done so incredible. You guys have gotten over 1,000 votes in total, and no matter what happens in the next 5 minutes, y'all have all killed it. You should be so incredibly proud of yourselves. Even though y'all have worked so hard, we do still have to have a loser. Without further ado, I'm going to reveal the girls first. With a total of 654 votes, Dominique, you are moving on to the final two. Congratulations. Taylor, I'm sorry, but you have been eliminated.
Congrats. You deserve it.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you definitely deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who voted.
And now for the boys, with a whopping 707 votes. Alex, you are also moving on to the final two. Congratulations. Kyle, I'm so sorry that you have been banished. However, Kyle and Taylor, you guys are the 5th and 6th members of the jury, and you will be voting on the winner of Reality Room Battle of the Sexes.
Thank you.
Kyle!
Oh.
Hey everybody.
Taylor!
Hey guys.
Hi.
Tragic.
Sad day here at the Reality Room studio.
Hey, you know, at least now I get to interrogate, so it'll still be fun.
The jury
Yeah.
is complete.
What do we think of the final two? What do we think? Like, what do we think their kind of storyline is?
I think there's going to be a lot of talk about how they both think they deserve it because of how their time ended in season 1.
I feel like that shouldn't matter. Like,
yeah, I don't think it matters at all.
No,
I think
I'm very ready to tell them, like, as soon as I start talking about season 1, okay, but this is season 2. What did you do here?
I'm not here for a redemption story. I'm here for a right now.
I'm here for a redemption story, but it's gotta be a good one.
I would be impressed to hear like the strategies that they used for the popular vote.
I agree, because I very much, I'm a little bit surprised about how the vote went.
Me too. Taylor, I thought you went so hard for this. Like, do you know how much you lost by?
We were within 10%, I think. I was just talking to Luke. He said that apparently both Doms and Alex just kind of got a head start on the very first day, and then the next few days it was just consistent throughout in terms of what we both were raking in. So just never really made up the difference, unfortunately.
Damn.
It is what it is at this point. Now I'm just ready to start some drama.
Who are you all going to vote
It is
for?
what it is.
I definitely want to hear I want to hear their plea and see like who makes a better case.
Who are you leaning towards?
Probably Doms. I gotta say that.
I think Alex should win.
I'm thinking I want to do more towards Alex.
Doms was on the show longer though for season 2.
He got out in the first week.
Yeah,
So it should be Alex 100%.
I'm leaning more towards Alex right now. So she's gonna have to make a really strong case if she wants to earn my vote.
I just want to know the superlatives. Case, I think you win MVP.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, if there was a trophy for most times voted off the show, Chasey would win.
You.
Correct.
Kyle, I think you won fan favorite.
I hope so.
Either you or Jay, in my opinion. 'Cause you guys always have the funniest confessionals.
Yeah, I like how
Thanks, guys.
It is now time for the jury interrogation. Each juror will have 3 minutes to talk to Doms and Alex to lock in their vote for who they want to be the winner of Reality Room Battle of the Sexes. Omni is unable to be with us tonight, but she will be joining us at the reunion to talk to Doms and Alex and lock in her vote then. First up is Chase.
I guess I have really one big question for you guys, and that's just like, I feel like a lot of times in shows like this, the winner always has that big move, the thing they claim to fame. And I want to know from each of you guys what you feel like that is this season.
So for me, I think my big claim to fame is getting over every obstacle thrown at me. getting voted out from the start, and then coming back in through the revival competition, also facing a tie vote, just obstacles constantly thrown at me. Also, during the word challenge, when Will was caught cheating, Taylor and I both worked together to get him voted out. Sorry about that, Will. To get him eliminated. And so together we worked really hard to do that. But I also wanted to make it very clear that getting you disqualified, Will, I wanted to talk to Luke about, rather than just getting you purely disqualified, still giving you some sort of benefit, because you did work so hard and you would have won the game. So you having a jury vote and still being on the jury was a part of the negotiation that Taylor and I helped to talk over with Luke with.
For me, I came in this game expecting to play like last season and win comps and do that. And clearly that wasn't happening because Will was winning everything, so I needed to completely change my gameplay. I came in with a huge target. I saw from watching the show that y'all wanted me out as soon as I got in, especially being a returner. So I had to really minimize that target. I had to talk to everyone. I had to plant seeds and make sure that everyone knew what would be beneficial to me. And I think that my social game has completely developed. Last season, I didn't really prove myself to be a social threat. So this season, I wanted to make sure that I changed that up. So I'm a social threat, I played a well-rounded game, and I think I also didn't have any chances given to me. When every single time that I could have been eliminated, I found a way not to be. And that's what I think I did better than Tom.
Yeah. Thank you guys, best of luck.
Thank you.
Up next, our reigning champion, William Grabowski.
Okay, so I only have one question, and it's for each of you. I want you to tell me why you played a better game than the person next to you. Why you deserve it more than them? What did they do wrong that makes them a weaker competitor than you?
I think I already kind of explained it a little, but I think that, again, I wasn't given as many chances as Dom was given. She got eliminated, she returned, and then you also saved her from being eliminated again. So I feel like I didn't get a lot of chances like that. I had to very minimalize my target and make sure that people could work with me. I wanted to make sure I was approachable. I made an alliance with you kind of, and made sure you got information that other people weren't telling you. So all the information from me was coming from other people. I was socializing. I was making sure my connection within the game was really strong, so that I can use each and every information all the information to my benefit.
For me, the reason is exactly what Alex said, is that I was given so many obstacles and hurdles to get over, but I'm still standing here, and the fact that I am is insane. How am I still alive? I don't know. But what sets me apart from Alex is that every situation that we've both been in is I've had to work harder than he has. Also, another thing, Will, and this is specifically to you, is that I feel like the two of us actually worked together, or had the opportunity to work together, whereas Alex worked not with you but for you. And when you watch the clip with the food competition, he said, I'll vote whatever girl out you want, I'll vote whatever guy out you want. He was willing to do stuff for you, whereas I sat down with you and I said, here's how I can help you, here's how you can help me. And that conversation is more strategically and socially.
I disagree. I think that I had to do that because, first of all, I came into this game telling you I was coming right after you. What was I supposed to do? Not sit down with you, say, hey, is there any chance we can get together? No, I needed to tell you what you wanted to hear. You wanted to hear that I was going to vote for you and vote for anything you wanted. And that's what I did. So I knew who I was talking to, and that goes with everyone in the jury. I know how to talk to all of you.
Does that answer your question, Will?
Yep.
Megan, it's your turn.
Considering that both of you kind of in different ways didn't have to really fully compete to get back onto the show. Like Doms, you didn't have to compete against Reese, and Alex, you didn't have to compete against Rob. Which one of you do you think has a better redemption story?
I mean, I think I have the better redemption story because I didn't have to get kicked off the show and then come back again. My one return lasted me throughout the whole show. So I think that's a great comeback story.
I mean, I think I have the better redemption story because I redeemed myself twice. From season 1, I came on and then I got voted off the first episode, learned what I needed to learn, came back, and I clearly changed my strategy, changed my my tactics, and came back a better player. So not only did I change and adapt as I went, not once but twice. And I'm very, very fortunate that Reese did give up her spot to me, but I did still have to compete in that physically demanding challenge. And y'all were there, y'all saw it. It was quite physically demanding.
But also, you were discounting me for just getting into the game when you did the same exact thing.
For this season?
Yes, Reese gave her spot to you. And who knows what would have happened if it didn't, but you may not have even had the chance to do that.
That's true, yeah. I'm so extremely fortunate that Reese gave up her spot to me and trusted me to complete the show in her honor. And it may not be me here if she didn't give up her spot. I think Chase has the best redemption story because he did both challenges in one. But I think out of the two of us, because I did still compete in one of the 2 challenges and came back twice, I have the better redemption story.
Kyle, your 3 minutes starts now.
My question is, if you did win Reality Room, like, what would that mean to you? Like, why is it so special to you?
To me, I was so close last time. I felt that I had a great gameplay last time. Obviously different from this season because I proved myself to be more of a competitive threat last season, but I feel that I got so close, I'd worked so hard, and yet I didn't get there. I was like literally a step away from the final 2. So I just think that getting from the 3rd place to 1st place would be an amazing improvement, and I feel like I've worked hard throughout this season to get there.
For me, I don't want to talk too much about season 1 because y'all are over that, but I got, I think, 4th or 5th. I have no idea what I even got season 1. But I know that I had really close relationships with everyone in the game, and in going into this game, there were some people that I still knew, some people that I didn't, and getting out so close season 1, getting out first episode season 2, having a partner that I didn't really know that well again, and she entrusted me, but she gave up her spot in the game to trust me with carrying on our partnership, our legacy, like as a team. So winning this wouldn't be just for me, it would be for Reese as well. Shout out to you, Reese, still the best partner. Great. But you too. You're best partner for season 1. Reese's best partner for season 2. But I would be winning it for the both of us, and I would be really proud to win it. I think I've done all that I can physically, mentally, socially, and it would mean a lot to win.
Finally, Taylor, your 3 minutes starts now.
I do have some questions. Let's start with Doms. Doms. So you already lost in season 1, and then you got voted out week 1, and then you just got the spot from Reese, and then you almost got voted out again with Omni, and then had to beg for your life back from Will. And then you made it through after that. So how many chances are you gonna need until you finally actually win this game?
I think that's the most amazing thing, right? Like everything that you said, I think that's so commendable that I was able, clearly, being voted out episode 1 by people who both knew me and didn't know me, simply because I was a threat, either physically, mentally, socially, whatever. That's awesome. That's a very big compliment that people saw me as that big of a threat and that big of a target to want to get me out. And the fact that I was able to overcome that each time just goes to show that, like, I deserve it. And as, you know, a real competitor, a real winner of a reality TV show never gives up. I stayed around. I did this. I did that. You know, I campaigned for myself.
Dom, I'm sorry, I have to cut you off because we do have limited time. So Alex, this season you said that you were still trying to win competitions and you weren't really able to, or at least it wasn't working as well because Will kept winning. So then, just thinking about what you have been able to do, you came back and you weren't able to compete in the rebound competition, which we all know is not your fault. Rob wasn't there. But you don't have that win to your name. And then after that, you played a couple more games. I think the most notable ones were the food competition and all that, which unfortunately did not win. Same with the mask competition, didn't win that. And then we go on to the virtual episode, and you do actually win a few of them. You get to win the word one and the egg one. Unfortunately, though, if Will had not cheated, then those wins wouldn't have actually counted. You actually would have lost both of those. So in that case, what tangible goods do you actually have to your name to show that you deserve this win?
Although it is a little bit tainted, I feel that, again, I proved myself. When I went against Will, I put on a great show. My thumb was basically falling off, and I still kept going, and I kept going. And that goes to show my perseverance throughout this season. I was also a big threat from the moment I stepped foot in here. I minimalized it, and I didn't have to have as many chances. And I think that in itself is just a lot more commendable to me.
You actually gave me the perfect segue there. So talking a little bit more about your social game, because you did bring that up a lot, and you say that's a huge reason why we should vote for you. How do you feel about the fact that in season 1, when you were on the jury, your main argument for voting for Eliza was because she stuck to her morals and she always stayed on one side of the coin, whereas in this season, you tend to flip on both sides of the team, and you worked not only with the one person you came in identifying as your enemy beyond anything else, but then you came back to the other returners and acted like nothing was there. You never let us know that you were cheating. So why would we vote for you when you wouldn't have even voted for you last season?
Right. My argument for voting Eliza was not because of her morals. I know who a game should win, but my argument was to vote for her was because she was my partner. I felt an immediate amount of trust and reliability to her, and I feel like she deserved my vote from how long we had progressed throughout that season. But skipping that season, I believe that although it is a little dirty, although it is a little snaky, that shows just like I learned from last season I can't just be all clean. People were backstabbing me left and right. So I knew I had to elevate it to the next level. I knew I had to lie. I knew I had to cheat. I knew I had to do things that maybe not my morals aligned with. But this is a game. So if I had to tell people secrets, I had to tell people secrets. I got me here. I'm alive. So I apologize if it hurt anyone or if it was taken personal, but that's what I chose to do game-wise, and I believe it was the right choice.
I just love that thought. I'll leave you on this. That was my last question, but in a way, you kind of became the very thing you vowed to destroy when you came in the game, and I just think that's very bittersweet. You basically became the Will of season 2, so anybody watching this episode, looking for season 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, now you know how you need to win. Lie and cheat. That's it.
Period.
Y'all have 2 minutes to give one final plea as to why you think that you should win the game. Alex, because you had the most votes, you can determine if you want to go first or second. Second? All right, Miss Dominique, you're first.
Amazing. I have played not only a physical game, I have won competitions, I have literally fought my way back into this season. But I've also played a great mental game. I won the word challenge. I won an endurance challenge. I won a physical challenge. I've played a great game socially. I have been able to work with the people that I said I wanted to work with. I never flipped. I never stabbed people in the back. I played an honest and a truthful game to not only the people, but to the reality TV show itself, where I recognized the cheating and I worked with someone to disqualify that. But I respected the game enough to help get Will that jury vote. I deserve to win this game so much more because I put in the effort time and time and time again. And I would love your vote and support if you voted for me. Thank you.
I feel that I came in with a huge target on my back. Again, y'all wanted me out from the very first week. Will wanted me out. Megan wanted me out. Y'all wanted the returners out. So I had to make sure that I could speak to all of you. I wanted to make sure my social connections were strong. I wanted to make sure that I could also, although I wasn't winning challenges, I showed an evolution of my game in general by talking to everyone, by sharing details that would help me, not anyone else. This game was meant to help me. So I wanted to share things that would get me to here. So I feel like there was a lot of backstage work from my part. I feel like I had great relationships. Although I may have been a little snaky here and there, I think if I hadn't been, I would have not made it this far. And I think I made the right choices for myself throughout this whole entire game. I apologize if anything came off as personal, but I would really appreciate your vote because I think I deserve to be here. I played a great game and I didn't need anyone else's help necessarily in terms of getting back here.
All right, jurors, please lock in your votes now. Thank you for joining us for the finale of Season 2 of Reality Room, and we will be back next week with the reunion, where Omni will get to talk to the final two, and we will learn the winner of Season 2, Battle of the Sexes. Have a good night.
To find out more about Reality Room, visit elonstudenttv.org.